What is good, everybody? It's BBKDRAGOON coming at you today. Well, much later than I usually make these videos, purely because I just got off of work and I want to talk about the whole Halo Online El Dorito thing, my opinion on the situation. The last few weeks, you guys have been asking me to A, upload it, B, talk about it, and C, asking why I haven't been uploading it. And the reason I haven't been uploading it is because I had a strong feeling what's happening right now is exactly what would happen. So, to fill you in, like, if you're out of the loop, Halo Online was a free-to-play multiplayer-only Halo game for PC that was tested exclusively in Russia. It was made by Saber Interactive. I think it came out in either spring 2015 or spring 2016, I can't remember, but it was shut down in August 2016. Had a very short run. It ran on a modified version, I think, of Halo 3's engine, but it had a ton of Halo 4 assets thrown in there. Some original maps, some remakes of some maps, a lot of really funky-looking hybrid weapons. There was official press about it released from like the Halo brand itself, like an official launch trailer that showed off some of these things that looked a lot like precursors to Warzone weapons. Like, let's take the scope from the carbine and stick it over onto the assault rifle, because why not? And it looked cool, and I covered the game 2 years ago from their official press footage. By the way, if anybody is, there's a manual scrubber looking for Dorito footage in this video. You will not find it. I've never uploaded Dorito footage to my channel because a few years ago, I had a good buddy who got a DMCA takedown notice on a video he uploaded showcasing how you can install El Dorito and play it. And so Microsoft has set a precedent for a few years that they aren't cool with people uploading footage of it. I kind of jumped over an important part of the story there. Halo Online gets shut down, but modders take that and then run with it and start working towards a playable version of kind of Halo Online mixed with some other elements that I'm not going to bother getting into. If you guys know those other elements, you probably know that's what Microsoft is most likely going after the project for. And so it never legally released outside of Russia. And so that's why I'm assuming Microsoft has been going after it. This video, I'm definitely not going to debate copyright law. Okay. It is, copyright law needs an update, no doubt. But Microsoft has every single right to do exactly what they're doing right now. I'm not saying it's correct PR-wise, but I am saying they have every right to do so. 2 years ago, I was like, okay, so Microsoft is not cool with it being uploaded. I'm not going to bother touching it on the channel with a 10-foot pole because it's just like as cool as it is. I don't want to get in trouble. Modding team has been working on El Dorito for a long time, and they've done a phenomenal job. They've done a lot of cool work with the thing. And a few weeks ago, you had the hype for the 0.7 version, big trailer, and probably the most public press it's ever received. It comes out, a lot of the Halo community influencers start either streaming it or making videos talking about it. And then it brings in some even bigger people. I saw Jericho tweeting about it today, and APL Fisher got a 24-hour ban for streaming it. And as of today, 343 put out a release on their website basically saying, here's the deal with El Dorito. Microsoft has to defend its IP, and since this thing never legally released here, you can't keep doing what you're doing. So they reached out to the modding team at El Dorito. I don't think they actually issued an official cease and desist. I think it was much more mellow. They're like, hey, we got to put the brakes on this. And this is going to be pretty much the end of El Dorito at this kind of public level. Yes, it will still live on, but it's probably never going to resurface to this kind of popularity level once again. They've also, they being Microsoft, started issuing DMCA takedowns for YouTube videos showing the stuff. And then also streamers were getting DMCA notices, which come with a 24-hour ban. Needless to say, it worked out to be probably not the greatest PR for them. Microsoft has every right to do what they're doing, and in fact, they pretty much have to. If they do not go after these kind of projects with 100% force, right? If they don't stop them in their tracks, then when it comes to legal battles where they're trying to defend their intellectual property, if there isn't a clear-cut precedent set in the past, like if they showed favoritism here on this thing but not on this thing, then it could get into a whole bunch of just nonsense, right? It's lawyer stuff, whatever. I tried to warn a couple of Halo buddies about this beforehand, like, hey, I know in the past they've issued DMCA stuff, be very careful. What really threw me for a loop this time, and kind of where we're getting to the backbone of the video, I know it's taken 4 minutes to get here, but a few dudes over connected to 343 were positively tweeting about it. You had The Sims, who's an HCS caster, awesome dude. I know he's just probably a contractor with 343, he's not an employee. He casts HCS events, does a great job, but he was positively tweeting about it regularly. And then you had Toshi, the lead dude over at the HCS production side of things, also tweeting about El Dorito. And that's what really threw me for a loop. I know they are both connected to 343 Tashi more so probably than The Sims. I mean, Tashi may be a contractor as well, but to see that, it's like, oh, that's cool. All right, nice. They're down with it this time. That's all right. It's a little bit different. That's sort of the impression that I got. Now, there's no right for me to have that impression or anybody else, okay? It's not like they're the official mouthpiece for Microsoft or 343, but you kind of get what I mean. I was thrown for a loop with that one. And then you have the community post today over on Halo Waypoint from Sketch. I think it was Sketch who ended up writing this, or I don't know. They don't actually have an author for this piece, but if you want to read it, they talk about why El Dorito does not fall under the same jurisdiction of like an Installation 01 or Halo Custom Edition. And like I talked about earlier, if you guys know some of the other stuff that was with Dorito, that may be why they're going after Dorito in this manner. And essentially, they've said they know the community really wants more Halo on PC and that they're looking ahead. They're very excited about prospects of an official classic Halo experience making its way to PC. And we hope to be able to partner with the El Dorito team and broader mod and content creation community to help inform the types of experiences and features our fans desire. Now that, I mean, they have a Halo PC game in the works, okay? Phil Spencer tweeted out with a link to this article. Phil Spencer, by the way, who's the head of Xbox. I really like, actually, Phil Spencer and some of the decisions that he's made while it's under his brand. I feel for him that they're so lacking on exclusives right now, but the tweet says, "This point is important," end of quote. "As we look ahead, we're very excited about the prospects of an official classic Halo experience making its way to PC, and we hope to be able to partner with the El Dorito team and broader mod and content creation community." Boom. So, head of Xbox is basically saying they do have some official Halo classic, experience coming to PC, hopefully soon, right? Okay, it's in the works. What I would bet money it is Master Chief Collection. If you've been following the channel or the updates on the Master Chief Collection that they're undergoing through this spring, they've talked about wanting to bring it to PC if they can. I would bet money that when they finish up with these MCC Insider Patch flights and that they're, get a build that they're really happy with, that they will release MCC on PC. I'm sure it'll be on the Windows Store, even though I want it to be on Steam, okay? I can't imagine them putting it on Steam, even though I think that's probably the right thing to do, because the Windows Store is an absolute disaster. If you made the Windows Store better, then maybe I would feel differently, but whatever. I don't think it's going to be Halo Online. Like, they kept the build, and they've been working on it, and that's what's coming our way. I don't think that's going to be the case. But my take and final opinion on all this is 343. I imagine you guys are watching the scene very closely right now, and in the post you wrote, you were very stoked to see the work that the team had done, but Microsoft had your hands tied, right? You guys needed to get out in front of this story long before the takedowns and the DMCAs happened. If you would have pushed this post a few weeks ago saying, hey, El Dorito looks cool, but please don't be uploading and streaming it, I think you wouldn't be going through this sort of the PR bombshell that you're going to go through right now, which didn't need to happen. It's unfortunate. I know you guys saw the 0.7 hype trailers. I know you've known about El Dorito for a long time, and I just say this with compassion, like, if it's the lawyers that were tying this statement up, I'm sorry, but you should have had this out a little bit sooner to hopefully protect some of your influencers, because having big streamers get 24-hour bans is a quick way to turn off people to your brand forever. It's a complicated situation, I understand, but I really wish you could have just gotten out ahead of this one a little bit. And vice versa, if the post said, from this day forward, any uploads, any streams, Microsoft is going to strike them, no questions asked, if it's going to be streaming Dorito content. But instead, it's going this way. I know the precedent was already set. Like I said, a couple years ago, you guys were going after that kind of content. Microsoft, not 343. So that's my take on the whole thing, is there's a real need, a desire, and a passionate community who want a Halo game on PC. It has been a barren wasteland for Halo news, and so of course, the moment Dorito stuff comes out, your influencers are going to jump on that, and they're going to cover it, because this is news, this is hot, juicy stuff, this is things that, it was pretty big on Twitch there for a few days, so it's understandable why they hopped on board with it. But man, even if it was just an email circulated amongst some of your bigger influencers saying, guys, steer clear of this, we're getting red tape information from Microsoft, that probably would have helped this from a PR standpoint, because it's a bummer seeing big influencers like Jericho, APL Fisher, and even more, who are now making, you know, tweets and things that just aren't very positive of the brand, and just set a bad taste in the mouth. That's not a jab at Jericho or APL Fisher. They both talked about, I think, the situation pretty well. But that's my take, and I'm sorry for the modders, man, because they put a lot of work in. I'm sure it'll probably live on in some capacity or whatever, but what do you guys think about the whole situation? Again, I really don't want to debate copyright law. It's not in my interest, but we can definitely talk about how, if you were like the PR manager for this whole situation, what would you do? And let me know about it down in the comment section below. Thanks for watching the video, everybody. Have a great rest of your evening, and I'll check in with you again next time.